Artificial intelligence needs to be disarmed. The word is strong, I know, but deliberately chosen because this moment needs words capable of attracting attention, awakening consciences, and indicating paths forward for humanity. Let's not fear artificial intelligence, but constantly keep the question of the human in play. We cannot be careless with our most powerful technical instruments.
Praise Yahweh forever, my royal family. Before we begin, I want you to listen carefully to what Pope Leo said. He said, artificial intelligence needs to be disarmed. The word is strong, I know, but deliberately chosen because this moment needs words capable of attracting attention, awakening conscience, and indicating paths forward for humanity. Let's not fear artificial intelligence, but constantly keep the question of the human in play. We cannot be careless with our most powerful technical instruments. Now, when I heard those words, one phrase immediately stood out to me. Not technology, not humanity, not even artificial intelligence. The phrase that stood out to me was awakening conscience. Think about that for a moment. Awakening conscience, awakening thought, awakening questions, awakening awareness. Because throughout history, every major shift began when people started asking questions. Questions challenge assumptions. Questions challenge traditions. Questions challenge narratives. Questions force people to investigate for themselves. And as servants of Yahweh, we should never be afraid of honest investigation, because Yahweh has never called his people to walk in blindness. Yahweh has always called his people to seek wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. Now let's allow the scriptures to speak. If we should go to the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6, listen carefully to what Yahweh says. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Think about that, my royal family. Yahweh did not say his people were destroyed because they asked too many questions. He did not say they were destroyed because they sought understanding. He said they were destroyed because they lacked knowledge. And that is what makes this conversation so important, because we are living in a time when knowledge is more accessible than at any point in human history. Today, an ordinary person can sit in their home and access information that once required access to universities, libraries, scholars, institutions, and religious authorities. An ordinary person can compare translations, research ancient history, study Hebrew words, examine traditions, and ask questions that previous generations may never have had the opportunity to ask. Almost every and any information can be easily accessed by anyone, no matter the age or status in society. Now hear me carefully. I am not saying artificial intelligence is perfect. Far from it. Artificial intelligence can be wrong. People can misuse it. People can manipulate it. People can spread falsehoods through it. But the same can be said of books. The same can be said of television. The same can be said of governments. The same can be said of religious institutions. The issue has never been the tool. The issue has always been the heart of the person using the tool. And perhaps that is why this discussion matters. Because when people gain access to information, they begin to think. When they begin to think, they begin to question. When they begin to question, they begin to search. And when they begin to search, they sometimes discover things they were never taught. Now, let me make this personal. Recently, a family in Jamaica held a great feast dedicated to Yahweh, the Feast of Weeks celebration to be exact. Yahweh's name was displayed throughout the event, and thousands upon thousands of people were exposed to the name Yahweh. Think about that. Thousands of people, not because a television network approved it, not because a government approved it, not because a religious institution approved it, but because information now moves differently than it did before. The average person now has the ability to speak to the world. And whether people agree with our message or disagree with it, one thing is undeniable. More people today are hearing the name Yahweh. More people are researching scripture for themselves. More people are asking questions. More people are searching. More people are investigating. And that should make every one of us stop and think. Because when knowledge begins to spread, people begin making decisions for themselves. Now, don't misunderstand me. I am not saying every answer produced by artificial intelligence is true. You should never blindly trust a machine, just as you should never blindly trust a man. Everything must be tested. Everything must be examined. Everything must be weighed. And this is where the wisdom of Yahweh becomes important. If we should turn to the book of Proverbs, chapter 25, verse 2, listen to what the scripture says. The glory of Yahweh is to conceal a thing, but the honor of kings is to search out a matter. Did you hear that, my royal family? The honor is not in refusing to investigate. The honor is not in avoiding questions. The honor is in searching out the matter. The honor is in seeking understanding. The honor is in pursuing wisdom. And perhaps that is exactly why so many people today are beginning to ask questions they never asked before. Questions about history, questions about religion, questions about tradition, questions about the scriptures, questions about the Creator. And when people begin searching, they sometimes discover things that have been in the Bible the entire time and things that have been hidden. Now, watch this. Let's go directly to the words of Yahweh himself. If we should open our Bibles to Exodus chapter 3, verse 15, listen carefully. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations. Notice what Yahweh said. He did not say this is my name for one generation. He did not say this is my name until a later tradition replaces it. He did not say this is my name for only a select group of people. He said, this is my name forever. And he said, this is my memorial unto all generations. So as more people search, as more people investigate, as more people compare scripture with scripture, more people are encountering the name Yahweh. Now, whether a person accepts that or rejects it is their choice. But the reality remains, people are searching, people are reading, people are asking questions, and people are discovering things for themselves. So when I hear conversations about artificial intelligence awakening conscience, I cannot help but think about the power of knowledge. Because knowledge awakens thought. Knowledge awakens questions. Knowledge awakens investigation. And investigation often leads people to places they were never expecting to go. But let me make something very clear. My confidence is not in artificial intelligence. My confidence is not in technology. My confidence is not in governments. My confidence is not in religious institutions. My confidence is in Yahweh. And if we should go to the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 6, listen carefully to what Yahweh says. For I am Yahweh, I change not. Technology changes, governments change, religious leaders change, empires rise and fall, generations come and go. Even we ourselves can change, but Yahweh remains the same, yesterday, today, and forever. So perhaps the real question is not, should we fear artificial intelligence? Perhaps the greater question is, are we using the tools available to us to seek wisdom, to seek understanding, to search out matters for ourselves, and above all else, to seek Yahweh? Because no technology can replace the Creator. No invention can replace His wisdom. And no earthly power can stop truth from reaching those whom Yahweh calls. Continue to test all things. Continue to seek wisdom. Continue to search the scriptures. Continue to ask questions. Continue to use artificial intelligence for the greater good, because it is indeed one of the most powerful technical instruments. And Yahweh allowed it to be in the hands of even the less fortunate. And this is why they want to disarm it, because knowledge is power. And now power is not only in the hands of the so-called high and mighty, but it's now in the hands of everyone. And this is what they fear the most. So continue to stay woke, and above all else, continue to seek Yahweh. Thank you for watching. Yahweh blessings always. See you next week. Praise Yahweh forever.